Well, hello there, and welcome back. It's time for another Mix It Up tutorial. Today, we're going to be focusing on action groups specifically, which are a really neat function within Mix It Up that you can do a bunch of things with. I hope you're excited, and we're going to get into it pretty quickly. So let's go. So today we're going to go over action groups. You can see I have a few built here that I use for various things on my stream, like my book recommendation action group, which has a whole bunch of different genres. And depending on what you type in the channel point redeem, we'll actually recommend a book based on that genre from a randomly selected list. So there's all of that. I've also got a Good Girl Redeem, which I call the praise button. I had a whole bunch of my friends record MP3s for me, telling me that I've been a good girl and they're proud of me. So chat can redeem that, and it'll randomly play one of their MP3s. I've also got a couple of other ones like Hate Raid action groups, which I think I showed you how to get in the last video, so I won't go over that again. But yeah, pretty easy. I'm going to duplicate my Good Girl one here to show you guys how to do it. So we're going to start a new action group, and this is going to look exactly the same as every other window we've worked with so far. Essentially, to start the action group, we're building one command, creating the action group around it, and then we can add commands from there. So for the very first command, I'm going to go ahead and make my friend Mythica's MP3 for the Good Girl command. So I'm going to title this Mythica so I know whose it is. Now for this, all it is a sound and a chat message. So I'm going to add the sound, and once the sound is added, I'm going to come back down here and I'm going to hit chat message and add. All of this should look incredibly familiar. As I mentioned previously, once you learn one window and mix it up, you pretty much know it all. It's just figuring out the intricacies from there. So for this chat message, in my Good Girl Redeem, I like to credit the person who supplied the MP3 that played. So down here, I'm going to type clip lovingly provided by Mythica. Be sure to check her out. And then I'm going to link her Twitch like that. All right, so this is saved up here in command group. I'm going to click into it, and I need to create a command group. So to create a group, you click into it. It's going to give you the drop-down list. Ignore that. You can actually just type straight into the command group box. I already have a command group named Good Girl, so I'll name this one Good Girl 2 so I know what redeem this is for. That's 2, not 3. Once that's done, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to hit the save button. And you'll notice a new section has popped up here called Good Girl 2. So I'll drop that down and you'll see that Mythica's voice clip is in there. Easy. Now, all I'm going to do is repeat that process for every other MP3 that I have. Once that is done, everything is in here for the command. Now, the last thing that you're going to want to do is build this Good Girl Redeem up here, which I'm going to show you how to do real quick. So we're going to go back down to New Action Group. This is just creating a new command. Don't be put off by it. So click it. Now we're going to build the command that we will actually be using to randomly pull one of those voice clips. It's easier than it sounds. So I'm going to name it O1 Good Girl, so that I know this stays at the top of the action group for me, so it's easy to find, and I know that it's separate from all of the voice clips that we've already included. Again, command group, we're going to come down and find Good Girl 2 because we previously created it, and that's the setup for this. Once we have that, we're going to come into your action down at the bottom, and we're going to scroll down until we see random. Now, you may not use every action group this way, but specifically for this redeem, this is what we're doing. This would be the same if you wanted to randomly change your model's hair color. So say you have a channel point redeem that will cycle through the rainbow and pick one color each time it's redeemed to turn your hair blue, purple, green, etc. Or if my book recommendation, it will randomly select one of the books from that genre. So random is used for stuff like that, but it may not be used in every action group. Action groups are incredibly customizable and you can do whatever you want with them. So just get creative. And if you have questions or an idea and you want to know, let me know in the comments and I'm happy to help you figure it out. But for now, we're going to choose random. Once you've added the random command in here, we're going to go through and just fill it out real quick. So up here at amount, you're going to type in 1 because you only want it to select one of whatever you're adding here. Next, we're going to go to action and we're going to come down and we're going to add in command because we want this to run a command for us. We're going to hit the plus sign. That's going to open up this window here. This is where you're going to tell it exactly what command it's running. So we're going to go to command type. We're going to hit action group because that's what we're operating out of. So hit action group. Over here where it says command, we're going to drop down. I'm going to go to my Good Girl 2 redeem, which is the one we just built, and I'm going to select Mythica. What that is going to do is it's going to add in Mythica's MP3 to the list that this will randomly pull from. So once we have that filled out, everything is good. We can minimize that, and then we repeat the process for every MP3 that we are using and that we have built commands for. Eventually, it's going to look like this. So you can see I've added in all of my different friends who've provided a voice clip for me. They are all here, and it allows the system to randomly select one of these MP3s to play. Let me show you what that looks like. As you can see, we're in OBS. This is so that you can view the chat and see the commands here that actually come up, as well as hear the audio as it goes off. So don't judge me. We're going to run through this. I'm going to show you exactly how this random list works. We'll run it once or twice just so you can see.
You're such a good girl, Kai.
That clip was provided by my friend Sunday. You'll notice in the chat here, it shouted them out, and it also played just their clip, no others. So let's do it one more time so you can see that it's random selection.
Kai, darling, you've been such a good girl. I'm so very proud of you.
That clip was provided by my friend Doc. Again, it shouted him out over here and played his MP3. Now, how does that translate to a channel point command? Easy. You're going to go back to the hamburger menu. You're going to go down to Twitch channel points, and that'll bring you back to this page. What we're going to do is I am going to hit add command to existing reward. If you do not have this reward already built in your Twitch redeems, you're going to create a new channel point reward. Up here at the top, if you have selected to add it, you are going to scroll down to find the redeem that you're looking for. Mine is named Praise Button, so that's the one we're going to select. So down here in action, we're going to run a command. We're going to hit add. This should look familiar. In command type, we're going to select action group. And then in the command itself, we are actually going to select the Good Girl redeem command that we built previously that is the random selection of all of these clips. So once you've done that, you just hit the save button and your channel point redeem is done. Anytime somebody redeems that, it will randomly select one of the MP3s. Action groups can be confusing. And I know I don't think I did the best job describing that, but I hope you were able to follow along. If not, please ask questions in the comments. I am happy to help you out however I can. And if I need to make a more clarifying video on it, I'm happy to do so. You can also get way more in depth with action groups than I just showed you. That was actually a little bit on the easier end. My book recommendation command is much more complicated. So there's cool things you can do. A lot of it's just getting into the bot, playing around, and learning how to use it. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I am hoping to post a few more Mix It Up tutorials as I can think of things that need better explaining. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I may feature it in a future Mix It Up tutorial. I'm always looking for things to help people with. I also post other content, things like reaction videos and Let's Plays, so hopefully you find something you like here, and until next time, see ya!